Let's be honest. We all want to grow old, happy, and healthy, but most of us are doing it completely wrong. We chase workouts, diets, apps, biohacks, green smoothies. And yeah, those things help, but they're not it. See, life doesn't fall apart because you skipped a spinach shake. It falls apart when you stop feeling connected to others, to yourself. And here's the kicker. The longest running happiness study in the world, Harvard, 1938 to now, says just one thing matters most. Relationships. Not how many. Not how Instagram perfect, but how real. Here's what they found. People with close, meaningful social ties live longer. Loneliness isn't just painful, it's deadly. Literally. Your brain fades. Your immune system weakens. It's not a mindset. It's biology. Toxic relationships kill more than cigarettes. If your home is full of fighting and distrust, it doesn't matter how low your cholesterol is. You're not thriving. You're surviving. Good connections protect your brain. People with warm, solid relationships remember more, recover faster, and feel less overwhelmed by stress. Now think about that for a second. Most of us try to grow old with fitness plans, but we ignore the people sitting right next to us. We cancel dinner. We ghost texts. We scroll instead of calling. We replace laughter with notifications. And then we wonder why we feel empty. You want to grow old, happy, and healthy? Don't just stretch your muscles. Stretch your heart. Call that one person you miss. Do something silly with your partner. Laugh out loud again. Make space for slow conversations. Be there. Really there. Because your body will follow where your relationships go. And if you're lucky, at 80, you'll look back and say, I lived fully. I was seen. And I never walked alone. Now we know. You don't grow old, happy, and healthy by chasing success or by having six-pack abs at 70. You do it through relationships, through the people who see you and stay. The ones who hear your silence and show up anyway. But that's not the whole story. There's something else that starts to matter, especially as you get older. Purpose. Not a mission statement. Not a LinkedIn headline. But something real. Something lived. You see, life comes in phases. And in most of them, we think it's all about us. We learn. We test. We chase. We compare, we strive, we want love, we want success, we want to prove we're more than what we came from. And that's okay. It's part of growing. It's human. But somewhere, often after 45, we shift. We slow down. We soften. We stop running and start wondering, why am I here? What was it all for? Who did I impact, really? And that's when purpose shows up. Not with a bang, but like a whisper. It's not louder than your ambition. It's just deeper. It doesn't replace your relationships. It roots them. It gives them direction. It reminds you why you care. Purpose isn't about building a legacy. It's about how you show up today. It's in the way you speak to your partner when no one's listening. It's in the way you mentor someone without asking for credit. It's in how you hold space, forgive, contribute, even when you're tired. That's why purpose isn't a noun. It's a verb. It's what you do, how you live, how you love. And the beautiful part? You don't have to wait until you're 60 to get this. You don't have to burn out before you wake up. You can choose it now. Because happiness, real happiness, the kind that holds steady in hard times, isn't a mood. It's a muscle. And like every muscle, it grows when you use it. So choose it. Live it. Practice it. Not from pressure, not for applause, but because something in you quietly knows you're here to give, to grow, and to mean something, even if no one's watching. So, we've talked about connection and how relationships are the backbone of a long, meaningful life. We've talked about purpose, not as a slogan, but as a verb, as a way of showing up that makes your relationships feel deeper, your days feel lighter, and your presence more felt. But here's the other side of the coin. What happens when you don't have purpose? What happens when you drift, when you wake up and live each day without a compass, without clarity, without any sense of why you're here, other than surviving? The answer may be uncomfortable, but it's worth sitting with. No purpose, no direction. Without purpose, life becomes reactive. You respond to what happens. You go where the wind blows. You work, you scroll, you sleep, and somewhere in between, you feel the ache. The ache of, what's the point? And it doesn't scream. It whispers. It waits for quiet moments to show up. When your calendar is empty and your soul feels just as blank, purpose gives shape to your chaos. When you know why you're here, or at least what matters to you, you walk differently. You choose better. You waste less energy chasing things that don't fit your skin. You still get tired. You still get lost sometimes. But you get back faster. Without it, you're more likely to feel anxious about the future, second guess every choice, struggle with motivation, lose yourself in the noise, feel busy but deeply unfulfilled, and science backs that up. Decades of research show that people without purpose are more prone to depression, stress, even physical illness. Their hearts beat, but they're not fully alive. But here's the truth. No one tells you. Purpose doesn't arrive in a grand moment. It's built layer by layer, action by action, curiosity by curiosity. So how do you find your purpose? You stop trying to figure it out like a puzzle, and you start living into it. You try new things, not to impress anyone, but to feel something. You reflect on what actually matters to you, not what's popular, but what feels real. You connect. You journal. You ask. You show up where it's uncomfortable. You get quiet enough to hear what's been whispering for years. And if it's all still blurry, that's okay too. Because purpose isn't a deadline. It's a direction. And no, you're never too young or too old to find it. You can stumble into it at 17 or discover it at 74. What matters is that when something clicks, when something feels like home in your bones, you follow it. Even a few steps, even with doubt in your shoes, even if no one claps, because purpose doesn't need applause, it just needs you. And here's the big truth, the one that hits different when you finally feel it. You don't need purpose to live, but with it, you come alive. So live, love, enjoy the ride, but also, listen, because somewhere along the way, your purpose might be trying to find you. And the moment you recognize it, even just a glimpse, everything shifts. Not because life got easy, but because it finally felt like yours.